Today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips on how to save money with a soap making business. So I wanted to make a couple more tips about saving money with a soap making business. I made a video like this a couple months ago and it did really well, and I would like to give you guys some more tips because I think you found that last video really helpful. So I'm excited to bring you some more tips that we have been using ourselves and things that we have discovered since that video. First, one thing I see a lot of people, they get nervous about marketing. They feel like they don't know what they're doing, so they immediately jump to the conclusion of I need to pay for a what are they called, like a digital assistant or something like that, where they want to pay for somebody to market their things and do all of this stuff. If you are really trying to save money, you are not needing to do that. Before I started this YouTube channel, before I started this business, never touched a camera, never uploaded a video on YouTube, I filmed a video, a project for my 4-H class where I talked about tornadoes, and I filmed that and I talked about tornadoes. That was probably the only time I had filmed myself for another person to see, but I had never had any experience with this, and you can see through my videos, my first couple videos, they are not as good as the ones I make now, and that's just about learning. But you do not need to pay somebody to do the things that are free. YouTube is free, Facebook is free, Instagram is free, TikTok is free, and I mean, time is money. You have to spend some time filming the video, editing it a little bit, and maybe if you want to invest in a camera, but you know, it's so much cheaper than paying that person an hourly rate or whatever to basically, you're still filming, you're still taking that time, but you're just sending that and they're gonna make big bucks off of just editing your video a little bit and uploading it to a free platform. Please, it literally does not take long at all to just spend 10 minutes filming a video, come up with an idea for it, and trim out the little bits you don't like and upload it. There is not a lot you need to do. Now, of course, the more you do, and you can see how you like your videos, and it takes me a little longer. It doesn't take me 10 minutes to get my videos up, but I would much rather do it myself than pay other people to do it. So, and I want to do another video on hiring help, but if you are hiring people, do not jump to things like that. Please do not hire marketing or things like that until you, of course, if you can afford it and this is really something that's taking your time. But if you're new and you're really trying to save money, do not hire a marketing person. My second tip is getting organized. This is a really big thing because if you are not organized and you have things messy, or even if they're not messy, you just don't know where they are, you will probably end up rebuying things or breaking things or letting them, expire or do something like that if you do not know how to find them. This was a very big learning curve with making soap, and also when we moved to the studio, we labeled and we did things. So I'm going to show you some of the things we do to organize. So right here, this is our packing table. I showed you this in my studio tour, but this is where we have all of our things that we use most often. This is a little drawer thing that has wheels, and this has scissors, tape, spoons, things that we use all the time. And this is an amazing thing for us to keep things convenient and all that type of stuff. We also always have things labeled, so our buckets that have coconut oil, shea butter, salt, they are always marked with their names and all that type of stuff. And everybody who works with soap and with the products always knows where things are. This is something that I'm kind of slow with, but we know where things are so that we can get them easy because time is money. That's one thing. Please get organized. I talked about this in my last vlog, but we also are doing a thing that is with ink refills. So what we do is we print our labels through a regular old printer. So we do our labels through a printer and we print sheets of them. They're from onlinelabels.com. I talked about them in my last money saving video because they have the labels fill up the sheets. They don't have like whole bunch of empty space. But you print them, and one thing, ink is very expensive and doesn't last a long time. So instead of buying a bunch of tiny cartridges and paying a bunch of money for them, get refills. I will have a link in the description of where we get our refills from. And all you do, take a couple minutes out of your day, get a little syringe out of the ink bottle and fill up your cartridges, and you're done. And you know, it just saves a lot of money. Next is reusing and recycling your items and the materials you have. One of the biggest things that we reuse is our coconut oil buckets. So coconut oil is one of the biggest things we use for our soap making company. We make lots and lots of salt bars, and our salt bars consist of a lot of coconut oil. So we use a lot of coconut oil, we go through a lot of buckets. And even if you are not at the stage of getting 5-gallon buckets, even your 1 gallon, 2 gallon, whatever you're using, reuse them. Don't throw them away, don't give them away, reuse them, because a lot of times once you start getting things like cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter in bigger sizes other than just like a couple, like 16 ounce, they're going to be in boxes, and you want to put those in buckets because they're easier. It's easier to protect the oils. Cardboard, if something leaks, the cardboard's going to get wet and it's going to leak onto your oils, and it's just also easier to get out of, when you're making the soap, get out of the container in a bucket instead of a kind of malleable box. So reuse things like that. And I know a lot of people also reuse a lot of different things with their soap making company to save money, which is very, very smart. And last but certainly not least is keeping inventory. So when you have your essential oils, your butters, your soap, you need to make sure that you are keeping inventory so you know what to order, so you can order them in batches. Like if you say, no, you don't want to let your things run out, but say I only have 1 bottle of this. You know, this is my very popular essential oil that I use and I need to keep this stocked. But go ahead and grab the orange essential oil, the Litsia, the sandalwood all together so that you save on shipping and things like that. And same with oils. I talked about this in my last money saving video. Something that we do, that is the freight shipping. Now we are at a point in our business that this works for us, but what it is, you get a certain weight of oils and all that stuff. I think it's 500 pounds, and your shipping is a lot less because they ship it with a pallet. And yeah, so we make sure that we get things all together, get inventory, make sure we're organized so that we order a big group of things so that we get less, so that we don't have to pay as much shipping. So yeah, that is my top 5 money saving tips, and I hope you find that helpful and enjoyable. And if you have any questions about the tips I gave you, or if you have any more questions that you would like me to answer, I will definitely do that, so leave your comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.